So next we are going to study about the laser diode structure. So in order to study, our main aim is to limit the number of lateral modes to stabilize the lateral gain and in order to get the low threshold current. So we have seen about these modes and gain and threshold current. Okay. So first, while seeing the structure, the first type is the gain guided laser. If you see the gain guided laser, the gain guided laser is the insulating region at the top of the laser chip which blocks the current flow in double heterojunction layer. Okay, so it is at the top of the laser chip and it blocks the current flow in the double heterojunction. So double heterojunction layer means the active layer is surrounded by the confinement layer. So it blocks the current flow in double heterojunction layer. So the only path the current which flow through the into the region is through the narrow strip. Okay, so see the diagram, the narrow strip is at the middle of between two cavity mirror. And gain guided laser is very simple to make, but there's a poor confinement of light spreading. Okay, if the light spread over the larger area means there is a chance of damage in the emitting region, light emitting region. So the gain guided laser is very simple to make and it is there is a only poor confinement of emitting the light region. Okay, so the index guided region can be divided into either positive or negative guided layers. Okay, so the positive index waveguide, the central region has a higher refractive index, okay, than the outer region. So the center region of this index waveguide, if it has higher refractive index means it is a positive index waveguide. If the refractive index of center region is very low means then it is a negative index waveguide. Okay, so now this index guided layer is of four fundamental structure. We can divide this with the four structures. One is the buried heterostructure, next one selectively diffused structure, another one is varying thickness structure, and fourth one is the bend layer configuration. If you see the buried structure means, see, we want to etch a strip in double heterojunction layer. Double heterojunction layer is the active and two confinement layer. So you want to etch a region from the double heterojunction layer. Okay, and you want to embed a N-type material. Okay, so it has the lower refractive index and So if you see the diagram, the first diagram is given with the short wavelength and the second diagram with the long wavelength. Okay, so based on the guiding region, the wavelength will be differ. Okay. So if you see the selectively diffused construction, here the dopant, such as we are doping the impurity layer, that is gallium aluminum arsenide layer and cadmium for indium gallium arsenide layer is diffused in the active layer, okay, which is below the contact strip. See the selectively diffused region. Here we are doping the gallium aluminum arsenide layer and cadmium, that is indium gallium arsenide layer, in active layer, okay, which is below the contact strip. Okay. So now it changes the refractive index of the active layer. So next one, varying thickness structures. So see the second diagram. Here the channel is etched into the substrate. Okay, a small channel is etching from the substrate and the crystal layer is grown. That is regrown. Okay, small layer that is bulging. So it is regrown into the channel using liquid phase epitaxy. Okay, so this process fills, if there is any depression means it will fill the depression and dissolves the profusions. If there is any profusion means it also dissolves. Okay, and in bent layer structure, the layer is etched into, there is some meso layer. Okay, it is etched into the substrate. A new layer is etched into the substrate and it is grown using vapor phase epitaxy. In varying thickness structure, the new layer is grown using the liquid phase epitaxy. Here it is grown using the vapor phase epitaxy. Okay, so it travels in active area. Okay, and it also has the lower index material than the because of the outside bends. Okay, we see the dark shading has the higher refractive index and the white shading has the lower refractive index. Okay, so if you see the next one, there is in preferential dopant diffusion method. Here we are diffusing a p-type dopant through an n-type layer. Okay, so due to this there is it establish a narrow path for current flowing. Okay, so next one is the proton implantation method. So in this method it creates the region with a high resistivity. Okay, so we want to restrict the current to a narrow path between these region. And next one is the inner strip confinement technique. So here there is a lacing structure above the edged channel. Okay, so the lacing action occur in the edged channel, above the edged channel. Next one is the back biased PN junction. It restricts the current on both side of the channel. Okay, both P channel and N channel. And in double heterojunction laser, it depends on the wave, on the refractive index. Okay, so if the refractive index is suppose it is on 0.08 means, then the transverse mode will propagate if the active area thickness should be at 1 micrometer. So there is some restrict condition in order to light propagate in active layer. Okay, so this limits the threshold current density, speed and line width in the device. Okay, so these four structures which is mentioned in the diagram. Okay, so see, the arrow mark implies the direction of current.